the Mile High city of Denver, Colorado. A good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Peyton Watson.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. In the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. Barnes out there with Wembanyama. And it's Champagnie in at the 3 spot. And for the Nuggets, in at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Porter is out there with Peyton Watson. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Outside, Porter, 6 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Murray finds Watson. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
Wembanyama gets the bucket.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Jokic sets the screen for Murray. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Inside, pass to Champagnie. Paul for 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Murray outside. Jokic with it. Porter passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Ball against Murray. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Porter with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Murray against Paul. Watson the screen. Jokic kicks to Watson. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Champagnie. And the layup's good off the glass.
Another assist in the career of Chris Paul. As good as anybody we've seen past the rock.
For 3, Murray. And the Nuggets can't hang on to the ball. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Nuggets. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And, of course, San Antonio. They're looking to salvage what they can of the season. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to catch up with Michael Malone. Now he's worried Chris Paul will take over the game, saying he's mentally beyond where most players have ever been. His ability to read the floor, make decisions, work the refs, call out teammates. He checks every box when it comes to leadership. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Russell Westbrook in for Christian Brown. Spurs also with the sub. Vassell's checked in. Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled a big as we have seen. And when he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, right at 7 feet tall, 7'1", with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his otherworldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
The Nuggets trail. Murray right side. And they double up Murray. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Spurs have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. On the wing, Porter. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And that'll tie this game up.
Really good to see Porter Jr. utilizing the mid-range stroke. Knocking those down can open up other parts of his game.
That's a 2 from Paul. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
All against Westbrook. Over Paul. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Over in the corner, Barnes. 1:35 left in the first quarter of the game. On the wing, Barnes. Paul with the 3. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
Westbrook with it. Out guarded by Wembanyama. And Westbrook gets it to go.
Boy, this is Westbrook at his absolute best. Attacking, getting into the lane, and finishing in style.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Vassell against Murray. Spins. Jones kicks to Vassell. Outside for Wembanyama. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Murray against Jones. Murray outside. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. San Antonio leading. Here's Jones. And that one drops. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Westbrook. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. And it's good, 2 points.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Spurs lead by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
At the guard spots, we'll see Westbrook and Murray. Then it's Dario Saric. It's Najee in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Utah Jazz. Pass to Champagnie. Collins kicks to Johnson. There's the triple. Shot clock at 5. And finished off by Collins.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. Of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us. Perfect. And though the Nuggets have some excellent outside shooters, Clark, they've been more prolific inside the arc the last couple years.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, they were an extreme example of that, Kevin. First in the league in 2-point attempts, and then dead last, almost dead last, in 3-point attempts. Not what most people would think when looking at the Nuggets.
That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Here's Nacho. Nifty move. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Vassell, no good. The Nuggets on offense. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And finished off by Westbrook.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Spurs working the ball around now. Jones, no luck.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Offensive rebound, and Saric kicks to Murray. Pass to Westbrook. Jones against Murray. Softly drops in the floater. Murray's got the lead up to 9 now for Denver.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Jones, no luck.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
We know the 90s were a different era, Craig. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Spurs making a switch here. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Collins. Barnes comes in for Keldon Johnson. Castle's checked in for Devin Vassell. And it's Paul in for Trey Jones. The open shot, Jokic. And again, Denver no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Ball outside. And just miss after miss right now.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Others checked in, and it's Russell Westbrook in for Jamal Murray. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Jokic with the steal. Westbrook drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 14 points for Russell Westbrook.
Hey, we know this guy's a dynamic scorer, but what Westbrook really is an energetic, intense competitor.
Here's Paul. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Jokic. Jokic rising up.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim. He ends a huge run by the Nuggets. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The shot. Porter with the steal. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. And it's Jokic missing.
This shot's it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Lets a floater go. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball. Just dribbling through defenders like he's out there by himself.
Back to Paul. Over Jokic. And so it's Denver with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Well, right now for the Spurs, they've played below average basketball coming out the gates. They were hoping for more. They were talking a good game in the preseason, but they have not backed it up. Like you never back anything up, Ernie.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Nuggets.
I think their bench was the biggest difference. These guys came.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. In the backcourt, it's the veteran Paul paired with Castle. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Champagnie in its small forward. Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clarkey has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the three. He's got all of those.
Here's Paul. Gets a very good look and converts. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
The master of the mid-range, Chris Paul, showing those young kids how it's done.
Lets it fly. Murray, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Castle, he gets that one.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Murray against Paul. Now here's Murray. He's tightly guarded. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Barnes.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Porter's got 7.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Paul surveying the floor. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Fires the 3. Spurs working now with a new shot clock.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Paul against Murray. Pass to Watson. Back to Murray. Lock at 6. And the turnover again by Denver. And let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard to find out which rookies have blocked the most shots this season. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
Well, he has clearly established himself as the premier rim protector in this year's rookie class.
And it's so valuable to have a guy back there who can erase mistakes. Really important. On the ball, off the ball, doesn't matter. When you put up a shot in his house, he'll swat it out the door.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
How about the guard getting up? Jamal Murray flying to the rack.
Spurs trail by 13. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Barnes. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
2 minutes remaining.
Murray down low, defended by Paul. Brown the pass to Murray. Over Paul. And here is Murray. 7 points in the game. 2 points. That one goes.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Paul can't get it to go.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, DA. He is a worker and living the dream. Russell Westbrook in for Christian Brown. Then for the Spurs, Vassell comes in for Castle, and Jones subbed in for Chris Paul.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Vassell against Murray. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vassell. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Friday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And the shot goes in.
And that solid foundation of Keldon Johnson going to work as he fought for position there.
27 seconds left here in the third quarter. Saric outside. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Johnson, that's for 2. It's deflected, and he stays with it. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Denver on top, delivering the blowout. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. As we get
Hey now! Hey now! Yeah! Westbrook will not let an opportunity to embarrass his defender go wanting. Oh, my goodness. What a move.
Vassell wide open. No good on the three. The Nuggets leading by 23. Brown the pass to Westbrook. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Pass to Porter. Here's Brown. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. Vassell kicks to Jones. Now here's Vassell. Defense right on him. Johnson outside. Back to Vassell. Clock at 4. Denver grabs the miss.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Westbrook passes to Najee for 3. They get the rebound to the wing on the left. Here's Strother, covered by Vassell. Westbrook against Collins, and finished off by Porter.
Well, when you got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
Lob pass, Vassell. Westbrook with the steal. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Vassell kicks to Johnson. Cranes the three-pointer.
A priority for Johnson, continuing to work on his jumper, especially off the catch like there.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Collins with some nice D. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Pass to Brown. Back to Westbrook. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Zach Collins. Harrison Barnes comes in for Keldon Johnson. Castle's checked in for Devin Vassell. And Paul subbed in for Jones. 5 on the clock. The shot's good from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 22.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Pass to Strother. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Hey, you know what? Even when you hit Saric, I mean, he figures out a way to score anyway.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Denver.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And also, they took advantage of their quickness, got inside and blew through the open lanes. Great job of attacking the paint.
And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. 1:56 left in the fourth. Porter kicks to Watson. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama has got 8 rebounds in this game. The drive by Paul. The teardrop falls in.
The teardrop. Man, he does it so nicely. At 6 feet tall, that might be stretching to the touch. It's a shot that Paul has had to master, and he certainly has.
Watson, the pass to Brown. Saric, right side. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Denver.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Russell Westbrook.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Murray for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Ball outside. Here's Wembanyama. Off the mark. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thank you, guys. Russell, congrats. How satisfying is this win?
Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.